We were supposed to be in the midst of a 10 games and 12 days stretch for Indiana State softball, but due to Mother Nature, it has only been 5 games in 12 days, with Indiana State sweeping Valparaiso and losing both games in a doubleheader to Drake this past weekend in Terre Haute.
Well, it's always a challenge. You know, the weather is, can't control the weather, so our kids are kind of resilient when it comes to that. So we've just been kind of focusing on in practice, just getting in what we can. You know, we've been outside a few days, we've been indoors with the weather, so it's been a little bit of a challenge, but at the same time, it gives some rest for some kids that are getting banged up and some nagging injuries, so it gives them a little recovery time. I was really encouraged when we started out with that sweep of Valpo, and Valpo's a solid team. They've won some games last weekend, and you know, Drake kind of ran into a buzzsaw with Drake. They're good. I think they're probably one of the top teams in the conference for sure. And you know, I thought when we beat Valpo, we had some tough games, some nail biters, and we just figured out a way to win. It wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. So well, now it's on to Illinois State, which, you know, every league in the Valley, or every team in the Valley is good, and there's no easy games, and so we go to Illinois State and we got to be on our game and playing well.
This year began with a lot of high energy and enthusiasm about what is to come for this group in 2018, and trying to sustain that energy throughout a long season is becoming critical for this Indiana State softball crew.
We talked about that after the Drake doubleheader that we lost, is we don't want to be on a roller coaster and have these high peaks and low valleys, because we want to maintain a consistent, you know, level of confidence. And sometimes the team gets wrapped up in the wins and losses, and we want to just maintain playing well. And if we play well, we've always got a chance to win, and that's what we've been stressing from day one since I've been here. Just play well and give ourselves a chance to win.
Most would think, being in the first year at a new school, you have to learn the ropes about the conference opponents and the styles they play. But with Coach Pooch's past head coaching experience at Wichita State, when they were in the Valley, it helps knowing that learning curve is not as big as it is for normally coaches in that first year.
Exactly right, because, you know, I've seen Coach Fisher and played against her many times in the past, and I kind of know what to expect with her, and a lot of the other coaches are still, you know, at their schools, and so it helps when you don't need to figure out, well, what kind of offensive scheme do they run? Are they aggressive? Do they run a lot? Do they steal a lot? Things like that. So I am familiar, and so that helps out. So, and it works in reverse. They're familiar with me and my style as well. So it kind of goes both ways.
Illinois State enters the weekend 1-4 in the Missouri Valley Conference, having played all 5 games away from Normal, Illinois, with this weekend being that first home conference series.
Very solid, very well coached. Coach Fisher's been there 30-plus years and always does a great job with her team. I know they're not going to make silly mistakes. They're going to do the fundamentals correctly, and their pitchers are always very good. So it'll be a challenge for us.
For complete coverage on the Sycamores at Illinois State, stay locked in to GoSycamores.com.